I personally don't like to see guys take punishment, especially at the latter part of their career, because again, a piece of you is always left when you step out of that ring. Every time you go into the ring, you're not the same person that comes out.
If Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather gets made, it does more than Terence Crawford Canelo on Netflix.
Oh, wow.
Clip that.
I don't know if he interviewed Floyd or it's just his imagination, but it's something that has people talking about, so it's gonna...
Leonard Ellerbe has issued a strong warning to Floyd Mayweather. Don't fight Manny Pacquiao again. His words, boxing is a brutal business, and one wrong punch can change everything. Ellerbe, one of Mayweather's longtime advisors, spoke with rare urgency. He emphasized that in the later stages of a fighter's career, the priority should shift from legacy to longevity. At this point, it's not about proving anything, he said. It's about protecting your health and securing what you've earned.
It's best for him. If he feels as though the time is now to walk away, but I personally don't like to see guys take punishment, especially at the latter part of their career, because again, a piece of you is always left when you step out of that ring. Every time you go into the ring, you're not the same person that comes out the ring. I don't care who you are. And boxing is a brutal, brutal sport. And all it takes is, one punch here, and again, your whole life is completely changed. And the key is to get in this sport and to become successful, meaning fight the best guys that are out there, and then make a lot of money, and then be able to go out and do whatever it is you want to do. Obviously, with being in a position to take care of your family, that's what it's all
earned. He urged Floyd and others in his position to enjoy life, not risk it. According to Ellerbe, once a fighter has already built an unshakable legacy, stepping back into danger isn't courage, it's unnecessary. But Ellerbe isn't the only one raising concern. In a rare public comment, Floyd Mayweather's own son spoke out. Though he didn't name Pacquiao directly, his message was crystal clear.
Ron, I'm Superboy. Hey, Mojo Gusto, all right?
I don't know. You gotta ask him.
Hey, brother, would you like one question?
No.
Can I ask one question? Hey, brother, can I ask one question? Can I ask one
Everybody's older.
Can you put another shrimp on the box?
Does not support the idea of his father returning to the ring. His comments carried a personal weight, coming not from a place of rivalry or competitiveness, but deep concern. He made it clear that, in his eyes, Floyd has already done more than enough. There's nothing left to prove. That perspective speaks volumes, especially coming from family.
Mayweather out, and maybe you guys get a rematch right here in this same building. Do you feel like that this version of you beats the version of Floyd Mayweather that exists today?
It's hard to talk about the fighter who retired already. If he comes out and go sign the contract and we will fight. I mean, let's fight again if he wants. I have no problem with that. I'm active now. I don't pick my opponent. I don't, I fight them all.
It reflects the mindset that behind every fighter is a loved one worried about what happens when the lights go out and the headlines fade. Meanwhile, Manny Pacquiao's message couldn't be more different. He's made it clear he's ready for anyone, including Floyd. If he's serious, Pacquiao said, sign the contract. It's not speculation anymore. Manny wants this rematch. His tone has shifted from hopeful to determined.
Obviously Floyd, who's held the WBC titles many over his career, maybe gets tempted out of retirement for a Manny Pacquiao rematch.
What do you say?
I say he doesn't need to fight again, but I also would definitely come and watch. So I'm sort of like,
You'll come and watch. We have to see what happens Saturday, first of all. Of course, Floyd is legendary, just as Manny. There's no issue there. But you cannot skip. There's various before, and Lance is a great journalist. I think he pulled out a good, I don't know if he interviewed Floyd or it's just his imagination. But it's something that...
Even here.
Oh my goodness. Tell me about that fight a little bit. Being in there with Floyd, Floyd being in there with you, like what was the experience like being there in the ring fighting him finally?
It's good, but despite all those things, but after the fight, right after the fight, I went to the hospital and got operated. My
Yeah, you got an operation. Yeah. I remember you posted a picture of.
It really hurt.
Was he better or worse than you thought he was?
No, that's his style. Like I knew it, but the thing is, I'm expecting that I won the fight because he didn't throw a lot of punches. I throw a lot of punches. And I reviewed the compy box, like slow motion from first round to 12 rounds. Like how many punches get connected and how many punches of him he connected. You know, that's boxing.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining or making, just it happened that way.
Yeah.
It happened to me many times.
Did you want a rematch with Floyd?
I'm still active. It's up to him if he's going to fight.
You would even fight him today?
Even here.
Oh my goodness.
Even here.
Yeah, that fire never...
He sees unfinished business, and with his recent performances, especially against Mario Barrios, he believes he still has the tools to win. In Manny's view, the first fight didn't reflect his best, and the second clash gives him a chance to rewrite the ending. Even WBC President Mauricio Suleiman weighed in. Ali emphasized that the sport does not need another war from Floyd. He also acknowledged reality. If the fans demanded, the fight could happen. Boxing. It's part sport, part business, and when public interest is high enough, legacy fights become real, no matter how unlikely they seem. Right now.
Dies, man.
My right hand is complete.
Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2 is in talks to happen next if Pacquiao beats Mario Barrios. And Mayweather is expected to be ringside for Pacquiao's fight on Saturday night. And according to reports, the rematch could be the first ever fight to generate over $1 billion, and that would lure Mayweather out of retirement. Now, I definitely saw this coming. You know, Manny's coming out of retirement after 4 years, of course because he's passionate about the sport, and Barrios is a world champion, so it's a legacy fight. But there's bigger name opponents Manny can fight, and the biggest of them all is definitely Floyd Mayweather. I mean, their first fight generated 4.6 million pay-per-view buys, did over $600 million in revenue, including pay-per-views and ticket sales and sponsorships. And even though the fight didn't live up to expectations, it could still be a massive fight. 2 to 3 million pay-per-views right now. Or you could put it on Netflix and hundreds of millions of people would watch it worldwide. So if Manny can pull off the upset against Mario Barrios and become WBC champion on Saturday, don't be shocked if these two's negotiations really start to heat up.
Pacquiao has him beat by a really good margin in my opinion. Let's talk about it. If your argument is Floyd beat Pacquiao, throw it out the window. Every single boxer in history has lost damn near. That's like saying Buster Douglas is greater than Mike Tyson. If your argument is Manny lost in his career and Floyd didn't, I would disagree with that type of logic, but if that's the case, you got to put all the undefeated fighters at the top. Bud, Inoue, Usyk, Kazagi, all those guys should be in your top 5. I like Floyd. I like Floyd a little bit more than Manny. I'm not gonna lie. Manny's a bit chaotic at times. I don't like that. I like sweet, smooth looking boxing. But let's speak objectively here. If we're talking about in terms of career, whose career will be more harder to replicate? It's gonna be Manny Pacquiao, and it's by a really good margin. Now, Floyd's most impressive feats, you look at him, he's a 5 division champion. He's beaten 23 world champions. He's been in how many title fights? Floyd has an amazing career. And I'm not saying that it can be done. It probably will never be done again. But I could see somebody doing that before they do what Manny did. And that's why I have Manny as the greatest boxer of all time. Just not based off ability. When you look at the guys that Manny beat, the reason why he got the 2000s Fighter of the Decade over Floyd Mayweather, the reason why he got Fighter of the Year 3 years in a row, almost 4 years in a row. Yes, Manny lost. Manny fought more world champions than Floyd, though. We don't speak on that. Then you get into the 8 weight division. These are only the 8 he won titles in. Manny Pacquiao fought through, I want to say, 10 or 11 different weight divisions. If you want to speak on the lineal titles, I want to say he holds the most lineals of all time with like 5 or 6. Youngest lineal flyweight, oldest welterweight champion. It's insane. The youngest lineal fly is also the oldest welterweight champion. I like Floyd. Floyd's my number 2 all time. This isn't a diss to Floyd, but Manny, I believe objectively is the greatest fighter above Ali, above Floyd, above Duran, above Leonard, above everybody. I think he has a career that is absolutely impossible to replicate. When Floyd was picking on guys like Andre Berto and Conor McGregor, Manny Pacquiao beat the undefeated young active champion and Keith Thurman to join the pound.
Public demand is surging again. Pacquiao is fanning the flames. Social media posts and interviews are building momentum and sending a message. He's not retiring quietly. Boxing analyst Chris Algieri added a thoughtful, neutral voice to the conversation. He acknowledged that nothing is locked in, but it's no longer fantasy either. Manny's performance against Barrios brought the conversation back to life, Algieri said. If he stays in top shape and keeps pushing, that alone might be.
Obviously, I'm a Manny fan, but I'm going to try and keep it non-biased as possible. It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Both had moments, but I think overall Manny did more. I think his punches were more effective, more active. So even on top of that, just the ability for him to go the 12 rounds and do what he was able to do, but be more active every single round. I feel like Barrios picked it up the last few rounds, but I still don't believe that was enough. Manny started fast and he sustained pretty much, kind of let his foot off the gas towards the end, but I still thought, in my opinion, it was enough to win the fight to where I don't see how even the one judge got the decision towards Barrios.
Manny told me he thought he won 8-4, even if it's 7-5. But the draw was surprising. At least they didn't rob him. But
yeah.
Do you want to see a rematch? Do you see Mayweather? Do you want to see Rolly? I mean, Manny told me he likes the Rolly fight, I think.
I just want to see Manny. I want to see him in the ring. It doesn't matter who, because I know whoever he fights, it'll be an exciting fight. Obviously, the Floyd one will be big, and that'd, blow up the whole boxing world again. But I just think overall, I want to see Manny in the ring, and I think anybody who has signed a contract with Manny knows what they're going into, and isn't going to be one of those boring fights where they're running. It's going to be, combative, and they're going to be standing in the middle of the ring and fight. And I think, especially like what Manny was saying, he took 2 months for this fight. He has a little more. He's going to look even better. Regardless of the
4
win or
years
loss,
off, 46
exactly.
years
Regardless
old.
Of the win
He
or
looked
loss,
amazing. He
I was
didn't
just
lose.
proud of the way that he went out there. Yeah, he didn't lose.
It's a draw.
And he fought really well. It was clean. There was nothing. It was just clean. It was a clean fight.
Enough to pull Floyd back in. According to Algieri, Pacquiao now holds the keys. His hunger, conditioning, and willingness to go one more round are undeniable. Hey, it may be exactly what forces the rematch into reality. And in boxing, that's what it comes down to: health, hype, legacy, and the business. Some say Floyd shouldn't risk it. Others believe Manny deserves another shot. But if both men are willing and the money is right, history might just get rewritten. What do you think? Should Floyd come back for one last fight with Pacquiao, or should he walk away for good? Drop your take in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest boxing updates. Until next time, stay tuned.